Re-
All right. Here we are again for another morning session. Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing? Let me know in the chat box if you can hear me loud and clear, and if you are ready for another morning session here with the Pricetrap Army. Check. All right. Sound is good. No. Yes. No. Clear. Waiting since Thursday. Let's go. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, sir. Clear. Okay. Amazing. 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 Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Always fun to see the different countries and always nice to see the different countries joining this session. I know Germany is in the building, of course. I know some people from Belgium are in the building. But let me know. Maybe we have some new new countries here. And that's always nice to see. All right, Sila City, good morning, good morning. More people from Germany. Hope you're all doing great on this beautiful morning. All right, amazing, amazing, good. Well, before we start today, I wanna bring back a habit we are doing every single morning, or did every single morning. All right. Um, Still there, yeah, of course. I still didn't look at what it is, right? You keep on sending it out, and I'm so curious what it is. All right. But okay, let me get into the habit. Before we did it every single morning. Now I'm sometimes doing it, sometimes not. But for yourself, you should do it every single morning, and that's just starting your day with an attitude of gratitude. Because in my opinion, this is the best way to start your day. It's the highest form of energy you can put out in the morning, and yeah, just see the difference. All right, I started doing this for, I think, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. I really started doing this every single day, and it really changed my life completely. So just send out some gratitude messages into the chat box. It can be the most simple thing, right? It can be being grateful for waking up, being grateful that you're able to put on shoes, that you can walk, that you are healthy, that you can work out, that you have the opportunity of trading, and have this beautiful family around you, or beautiful community of the Pricetrap Army around you, to keep on learning and keep on growing. Okay, so let me check what you guys are grateful for my eyes, because without them this game would not be possible. Exactly. All right. A lot of people take so much things for granted, but it isn't something you should take for granted, that you can see that you're able to, that you're healthy, and have the opportunity to learn this beautiful skill set. Okay, for another 24 hours, for my parents' ability to breathe. Let's go. Grateful for this wonderful day. Grateful that I live another 24 hours. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I love it. Good. Let's dive straight into the charts. Now, before I start with the charts, I want to go over the news we will see for today. It is pretty okay what we will see today. We do have some red flag news on the USD, and we have a Euro event in like 20 minutes, 22 minutes, the Spanish CPI. But again, if you want to learn about this, if you really want to get details about this and what kind of news events are interested or that you need to keep an eye on, is tonight the night for you. All right, because tonight at 8 p.m. Brussels time zone, so Central Europe time, we will do a Zoom call. We will teach you guys about the fundamentals. I'm not going to do it. Like you guys know, I don't really care about news, but a lot of people have interest in these kind of things. So I thought, like, let's push this forward. Let's bring Sander on the call. Let's share that information, because it is pretty important. All right, I know the background information. I know what kind of news events are important and what kind of news events aren't important. And this is what you will learn this night. All right, so make sure you're here at 8 p.m. Central Europe time. I will share the link like 5 minutes before, something like that, into the Telegram channel. And yeah, this is one for you guys. Some extra knowledge next to the morning sessions. Good. Let's get into the charts, because we want to find ourselves some price reps, of course, and see what the market has to offer. Will there be a recording of the fundamental session? Yes, there will be a recording. but I will talk about these kind of things later on, where you can find it and that kind of stuff. All right, but I really recommend you to follow it live, because the knowledge that you will receive is just from another level. All right, let's dive straight into it. Let's do it like we sometimes do on these sessions. Send me out some price traps we have for this morning. It's always fun to see you guys sending out the price traps and see that you guys are implementing the knowledge that I've been teaching for the last couple of years. All right, so let me check. I already see a link in the chat box. I see the pairs coming in. Let's go. Let's go. I love it. First one here, AD NZD. This is the, is this the 1 hour time frame? Not fully sure. No, this is what kind of time frame? The 1 minute? Yeah, it's a 1 minute time frame. Indeed, indeed, indeed. All right, so this is a little bit too low in time frames for me. I'm always using the 1 hour time frame, but let me get back to that. For the price trap strategy, you can also use this strategy on every single time frame. It doesn't matter which time frame you want. For example, some people love the long-term game. Then you can go for 4 hour time frame price traps and get yourself some 1 hour entries. You can go for an intraday way of trading. Then you can just trap the market on the 1 hour time frame and find yourself some entries on the 30 and 50-minute time frame. And if you want to scalp, or if you want to let it go a little faster, you can trap the market on the 15-minute time frame and then find yourself some entries on the 5-minute, 3-minute, or 1-minute time frame. Okay, so let's move on, because ADNZD is not what I'm looking for. Euro pound, let me check. Euro pound yesterday did a good breakout retest. I'm still waiting to get to get this market a little higher here. We are taking euro pound, I don't know, I think it's from this point or maybe even this point here, that we are taking these breakout retests every single time. All right, so we have the breakout retest over here, you have the breakout retest over here, breakout retest again, now again a breakout retest last week, and now again we are breaking these lows and we are looking for some retests. All right, right over here we already had some retests, we already have some price action. Now it's just a waiting game. Okay, so if you reacted here on euro pound yesterday, it's a good thing, because we had the breakout retest, the price action was in place, but at this point we just didn't take off yet. And we know with euro pound that this happens quite a few times, right? If we take a look in the past, we see exactly the same thing. Consolidation, little spike to the highs again, and boom, we drop. We have the breakout, the retest, we consolidate, we have a little spike, and then boom, the market drops again, consolidates, spikes, boom, drop again. So what we can expect here, if we're just focusing on what's happening the last couple of days, we can expect another consolidation, spike to the upside, have our retest here, and then starts dropping. If you reacted over here, I totally understand you, because every single price action point was there. You already had an entry opportunity. But like you guys know, if this shoots up and hits your stop loss, don't worry. As long as we are respecting our downtrending structure, so as long as we are respecting these lower highs, you can still react to the downside. Okay, and if you have good risk to rewards, this one stop loss doesn't really matter, right? If you're risking 1% and then you have a 1-on-3 risk to reward, take profit, you're only losing 1% to then gain 3%. So that's nothing, right? That's not a big of a deal. So that's the first one, euro pound. Very curious how this will end up to date. Right, I would love to see the euro pound pushing a little higher and then starts dropping, but we shall see. Okay, good. Then we have euro JPY. Let me check. Okay, I see you. I also had this one yesterday. I was looking for a breakout retest to the upside. This didn't happen. Market crashed down, broke out retest this support zone. So this was a pretty good reaction. Here, break, retest, market is gone. What you could do right now is just follow up. Same thing like euro pounds, is simply follow up this movement. So now we are breaking again below these lows. We can expect that retest and then maybe just follow up that downtrending direction we have seen for the last couple of days. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for euro JPY. Of course, because the market created some new lows, new lower lows, we want to, or we can use this high as the last structure point of this downtrending market. So if the market breaks through this, we can have that opportunity to take the market higher. Okay. That's the beauty about price trap. If you've never been here before and you don't know the strategy, that's basically what we are doing every single week, every single day again. And that's simply finding ourselves highs, lows, wait for the market to break one of these highs and lows, and then simply react on that retest, all right? React on this lower high, okay? There we go. So that's Euro JPY. Canadian JPY. I'm going through one by one, so don't worry if you're sending out messages and I don't answer or I don't reply in the chat box. Just give me a moment. I'm going through all the pairs you guys are sending out, so I can see what kind of opportunities we have for today. Okay. Now this is different. I wouldn't use this high over here because if market breaks these lows, okay, then we have the lower high. The lower high is confirmed, right? Basic market principles. But at this point, if you really want to see the market like moving up and keep on following up on this small move to the upside, I want to see the market breaking these highs, not the lows, the highs below, because this isn't confirmed in my opinion. Okay, as long as we don't have that lower low, this is not the lower high for me. Okay, pretty simple. So that's for Canadian JPY. Let's see if we can follow up on that. Of course, you had to break out retest. This was also an idea I had yesterday. You had to break out retest right over here. So if you're running the sell, that's good. But at this point, I would stay out and wait for the next confirmation, wait for the next breakout to see what the direction will be from the markets. Okay. So Canadian JPY. Break support, there we go. Then we have the resistance zones here. Crossing up. There we go. Next one, GJ. Let me check. A little bit the same thing. I would personally only focus on this support zone right now. I wouldn't be focusing too hard on these resistance zones as we are breaking some massive structure and we can start creating some downtrending movements. So that's what I would be looking at for GJ. So I'm only going to put a support zone on this one and wait for that retest and see how market will react once the retest is forming. I entered yesterday. EJ, was this wrong? If this is the retest I was talking about, of course not. No, of course not. I fully understand why you reacted here, so don't worry about it. If it hits stop loss and goes higher, like I said, just find yourself some new price action to get that maybe a 1-on-3 or maybe another opportunity out of there. But market can definitely just drop from this point. So let's see how it will play out during this day. Okay, is that a retest coming? Let me check. Euro AUD. Yeah, you could use this. Let me check on my own charts. Doubting a little bit about this one. We do have some good structure. Let me check this with the past. Yeah, it is some beautiful structure. Let's see. Let's just keep it and see how it plays out. All right. Let's simply follow up on the price action the market will create in a couple of hours, and maybe we will find ourselves some opportunities. There we go. So we are already back for the retest. Let me first put a resistance zone on this one. And this one right now has the retest playing out. AUD Canadian, let me check. Yeah, it's a very obvious resistance zone we have here. If you also zoom out, you see the market reacting on that zone time and time again. Yes, sir. So I do like that resistance zone. But to really, that's a little messed up, right? Look at this. This is not really showing any directions. It's not clearly going up or it's not clearly going down. So I'm personally just staying away from it. The moment I'm adopting too much and I don't see the structure too good, I simply step away. Okay. I don't know why it doesn't take the right link. Let me check. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, for AUD/USD, I do understand what you're looking for. Of course, this breakout retest here. Let me check on my own charts. Is it? Yeah, I fully understand why you're using this resistance. It's getting tested for a couple of times. Let's keep that resistance. It's looking pretty good. Let's just keep it that way. I want to see how it will react. All right. We didn't fully break above this high, or yeah, we did, but not convincing enough. But let's just see. I'm very curious how this will play out further this day. All right. So let me put an alert on this one. Break support. There we go. And then of course we are already in that retest zone. So let's see how it will play out further. I don't know why, but I don't like the market since last month. It's okay. I know what you mean. Like in January, the first two weeks, 3 weeks. Let's say the first 2 weeks, it was pretty messed up. All right, we didn't had a lot of price traps. We didn't had a lot of opportunities. But right now the market gets moving. Okay, we are getting into February, the second month of the year. So now the volume is back at it at how it was before the new year. So we are getting there. I know we still have some messy charts, but we are step by step we are getting there. But I fully understand what you're saying there. Okay. Um, a stop was on Canadian JPY yesterday, waiting for 1 week for this breakout. Which breakout are you talking about? The Canadian JPY? UCAT. Yeah, UCAT. I had the same with UCAT here. Probably you're trapped it like this. I also had this trap yesterday, so now we broke out and we have the retest playing right now. To be honest, I want to see the market getting higher for the retest, but of course, if we have some price action and everything is in place, we're not holding back for this one. So there we go, crossing up, supply and demand, explaining supply and demand. I will see if I have time, and then I will do. I already went over GJ and I already trapped it, so I will go over again in a moment. Euro USD. I'm gonna stay out for Euro USD. I'm not fully convinced. I don't like this one. Okay, so I'm gonna go through the pairs one more time. So 80 Canadian, 80 JPY is also pretty strong trap. Very easy and obvious structure here. So let me take this one also. Not really the most clear trending markets, but if you zoom out, what do we see the last couple of months? We see the market creating higher highs and higher lows. So maybe we could follow up on this on that uptrending market we are seeing here. Okay. Do you still use the EMA 50? Yeah, yes and no. I'm back testing a lot the last couple of days, the last couple of weeks. I'm working on some entry types away to create a more passive price trap. So you don't need to watch all the candles and that kind of stuff. And in that way of reacting on the price traps, I don't use the EMA 50. All right. But for the price action, I still look at it and I still use it. So the normal 5-step confirmation. But that backtesting and the new way of reacting, I will go over that the moment I'm really ready and I know and I see that the results are good and consistent. Then I will be sharing this new way of reacting on the price traps. Okay. But at this point, I'm not ready yet. Far from ready. I'm backtesting a lot. Just want to make sure it's a stable strategy and having some very clean. We're still playing here. Nah, I'm gonna stay away. Don't like it. Okay. Nah, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it with this for today. What is this? 8 price traps, more than enough. We don't need more than this, right? So Canadian JPY is the first one. Then we have AUD JPY. We have also the Euro Pound idea, which is already retesting. So let's see if we can create some price action. Maybe spike above these highs. Probably gonna do that. Then we have GJ, which need to retest. So let me put an orange flag here. Euro AUD is retesting. AUD USD, same exact thing. And then we have USD Canadian, also same exact thing. Euro JPY and GJ are still preparing himself or breaking out and not giving any retests at this point. All right. I would wait though with USD Canadian. Same thing with AUD USD, to be honest. The only one I would be very interested in on already reacting is Euro AUD if it starts creating some price action. But AUD USD and USD Canadian, I would probably wait a little bit on this one and let the market do its thing, especially let the London session really kick in. Yes, of course. So it's a very simple system with my flag colors. So if I have the red color, that means that I have price traps that didn't break out yet. Okay. Then we have the orange color. The orange ones broke out, but we are waiting for the retest. And the blue ones are the ones that are retesting already. Okay, so in that way, I know like Euro Pound, Euro AD, AD USD, USD Canadian, they are retesting, and I need to keep an eye out how the market is moving and what kind of price it is, what kind of price action the market is creating, right? So that's pretty simple. Then, of course, if, for example, now Euro Pound, you're running it, I'm going for a green flag. In that way, I know, okay, Euro Pound, I'm running it. And I don't need to watch it all the time. I just need to wait till my alerts are there for risk-free, take profits or stop losses. All right, and that's it. Wait for what? Yeah, for the confirmations, just simply for the confirmations. And also you gotta know the London session is about to open, and if you have these big sessions opening, a lot of times they're just spiking the previous session to then go in the direction we had to break out. I've seen this a lot of times. Let me show you here with Euro Pound. It happens time and time again. So first we had this breakout retest over here. It was pretty okay. All right, like you can see here, 8 o'clock, we spike a little bit to the upside, and then we started dropping. Same thing here. We were consolidating all the time. And then at 8, 9 o'clock, boom, spike above, all these wicks, and then it started dropping. All right. Same thing here. All these consolidation and highs. And then, yeah, this is already later in that day, but we spiked above. This is more the New York kicking in. And when the stock markets are going open here. So we spiked above and then we start dropping. So look at this. We're doing exactly the same again. So that's what I'm looking for Euro Pound. We had this movement already. I think it was before New Year's that we were doing exactly the same thing. And I think it was over here. Like you can see, consolidation, spike above, boom, market drops. Consolidation, spike above, boom, market drops. All right. So it's not the first time we see this on Euro Pound. Okay. And exactly the same for USD Canadian. I'm not fully convinced about the retest at this point. This is more a fast retest than this clean retest we always look for and we prefer to react on. And that's it. All right. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm waiting for. I hope that makes sense. I hope that's clear. Okay. Why don't you use the highs for the resistance zone on AUD USD? Yeah, I know. I was talking about that. I was talking about that. Okay. I showed you also. So we have AUD USD here. But probably this is the price trap I got, all right, in the chat box. And I'm just very interested how the market will react on this breakout of all these highs, all right? So that's basically why I'm using this resistance zone, because I'm just curious and interested. I'm always open to learn. But probably if I opened up this chart, I would go for these highs just to make sure that the market really broke the structure and goes in that uptrend direction, okay? Interesting phenomenon of smart money. At London session, there's very often a spike in the wrong direction. Yes, indeed. Indeed, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I was explaining with Euro Pound right now. We see it a lot of times. They take out the highs and then they move in that specific direction. All right. But of course, with the strategy we are using, it doesn't really matter for us if you're already running it. I know a lot of people would say like, yeah, but I'm waiting, right? Look, it's happening right now. I'm waiting. I don't want to catch that stop loss. Blah blah blah. But of course, at this moment, you don't know the market will consolidate for all this time. All right, we got to be honest in that. If you replay this and you go all the way back to this price action point, this pretty looks at a pretty stable and clean retest. All right, you see that? So you don't know that this consolidation is going to happen. So I would also react the moment I would see this. Okay, but then the day after, if you see these kind of consolidation moves still happening during the night and we didn't take off yet, you could expect the market spike above this. I personally set and forget. So for me, it doesn't matter if it hits stop loss because I'm a very tight risk management player or trader. But if you don't like these kind of things and you see this happening, you have opportunities enough to go out break even or to close out with a little bit of drawdown. I personally stepped away from that because when I was doing this in the past, I was closing out and drawdown and that kind of stuff, not because of price action, but because of emotions, because I wasn't patient enough and I saw these red numbers. It played with my hat. I closed out and then the market moves my direction and hit take profits. And that's not a fun feeling. Let me say it like that. Emotional damage. Yes, exactly. So that's the reason why I stopped it. I was just logging my trades and I saw like every time I was cashing out because I was protecting myself from a stop loss, it was basically just going in the direction I wanted to see. Look at this. It's exactly happening what I was talking about. Beautiful to see. But I was going through my log and I just saw it for myself that every time I was getting losses and that kind of stuff, mostly of the time I was just closing out drawdown because I wasn't sure about the trade anymore because we had some consolidation. So from that point on, I was like, what if I just set and forget? What if I just let the market did his thing? So I started backtesting that mindset and I started going over every single idea I had. And I saw that it was way more profitable to just let the market do its thing and let my stop losses hit or let it run and get take profits out of it. All right. No. Would you wait for yeah. I would definitely wait for some bearish engulfings here. We are at some beautiful supply areas right now. I know it's looking very juicy to run after this market, but always for me personally, I'm just gonna wait for the market to really develop the price trap or the price action we are always looking for. Okay, so yeah, that's yeah, but Euro USD, I'm not fully convinced. I personally just don't like how Euro USD is acting, and nah, I just don't like it. All right, Euro Pound is looking pretty good, but Euro USD, I don't like it. Euro AUD. Okay. Let me check. Yes, we're getting higher here, so it's very interesting that now we are getting into supply zones. Again, for the person who asked about that supply zone, it's pretty simple. Let me show you the example with euro pound because that's pretty obvious. It's a lower time frame supply, I know, but we have this drop, base, drop. All right. These are the type of supply and demand zones patterns that you want to search for. That the market, if you see the market reacting very strong to a certain direction, most of the time you're looking at supply or demand zones. All right. So this is one of the things you can recognize supply or demand with a strong movement in a certain direction. And firstly, of course, you need that small consolidation zone. So for example, here we have the rally, market is in a consolidation, moves very fast to the downside. So if the market comes back to this zone in the future, you could expect the market to react pretty strong on that. Okay, so good. That will be it for today. So we have euro pound, euro AUD that are very interesting at this point. AUD USD and USD Canadian, I would wait out this one. I would just leave the market alone and let it pull back a little bit here. And then we will see with the rest of the trades if we can get our retests in. With euro JPY, that's already a fact. With GJ, not yet. And then of course we have AJ and Canadian JPY waiting for that breakout. Okay, let me close off this session with some Bitcoin charts here. I was looking, like you guys know, at two different supply zones here to see the market pulling back and going deeper. But like I said, we don't necessarily need to respect this zone. And that's also what didn't happen here. I did react like you have seen because we were creating some price action. All right. But at this point, we are pushing above that. So there is a very, very high possibility and opportunity that market will get into these imbalance zones and starts dropping from that point. All right, because if we still watch the higher time frame, so the daily, yesterday was pretty bullish, but if we, for example, go to that weekly time frame, we reacted pretty good to this demand zone and just stayed in that consolidation zone. And then the daily time frame, we have this breakout of all the lows, reaction on the demand. We cannot forget this. I was already talking about this last week, but following up on that breakout, we could see the market just getting back to this zone and then starts dropping towards maybe the levels of 30, 25 or lower. All right, we shall see. We will have to follow this up step by step because I was telling you guys about this zone. This is also a very, very strong demand zone. And if market cannot break through this, we will keep rising. Okay. So let's see if we can really have that opportunity over there. Good. So that's what I'm looking for. Let me put a little arrow here so you know what I'm looking for here. All right, there we go. Okay. So that's for Bitcoin. We do have some interesting price traps. Don't forget at 4 in the afternoon, we do have some news coming in. Tonight, it will be clear what kind of what kind of impact certain news events have. For example, these CPI moments or the FOMC statement. To be honest, we couldn't get a better week to go over fundamentals because this is a very, very important fundamental week this week. All right, we have the NFP coming in, we have the FOMC statements coming in, and we have so much more. The unemployment claims, the pound that is getting in with some heavy news. So there is a lot of heavy news this week. So it couldn't be a better moment to get ourselves in a fundamental session this evening. So again, to give you guys a little heads up and a reminder, this evening, a fundamental session with the one and only Mr. Sander. And then of course we have tomorrow morning again, the morning session, the price trap session, where we will review all the price traps we have from today. And of course, make some new price traps for the new day tomorrow. All right. So I see you all back this evening, 8 p.m. Central Europe time. And then, of course, tomorrow morning again for a beautiful price trap session. Thank you all for being here. I wish you all a beautiful, beautiful day. And then we see each other back tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. this evening, excuse me, 8 p.m. Central Europe time. Ciao, ciao.